Hello.
Thanks for being here today. Of course, I want to introduce you to my special guest today. I have been posting recently more and more spiritual videos about the way I feel about things, how I feel about the world and our society. And I met Lauren recently on an event, and I'm so happy we met, because she has so many little secrets that I didn't know about, and I want you to share today with us what you basically can share, like how you spiritually feel connected with the world. And you were talking about a starseed, and I didn't really know what that is, but when I looked it up, I felt so connected with that whole thing, and I'm super excited about that.
I'm so excited to be here. So thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much. I just really love talking about it. It's like a topic I talk about every day. It's like in my soul. So for me, my spirituality, I really kicked it off, I would say, the end of 2019. And I got myself this deck of cards. And
can I ask you a question?
Yes.
So when you said it kicked into this moment, did anything happen in this time?
Yes.
Okay, you don't have to share it, but it's always interesting to know if it just comes out of nowhere.
I'm an open book.
Okay.
And I will sugarcoat things I need to sugarcoat. Emotionally draining relationship. When I moved to Los Angeles, I was in, and then I ended that, and then was on this kick of enjoying myself, and then met another person, and that person and I had this soul connection, and instead of that person following his heart, he ran away, and it drove me insane. I was I was trying to figure out emotionally how I was responsible, and it led me to this.
Okay. Yeah, there's when one door closes, there's a new door always opening. There's so many new opportunities. It's just depending the way how you see things and how open-minded you are.
Yeah.
And I'm so open-minded to learn everything about that. I mean, I'm not sure if we can go too deep into this today about everything, but I want definitely to share some stuff with you, and I want to let you have the chance to show people what you actually do. And let's talk about the Starseed. I'm excited.
Great. I've premeditated starting last night, and I've also pre-shuffled my decks. What I'm going to do for your viewers today is first introduce the deck, so if anyone's curious, we've also posted below in the description box all of the decks, and also the website we're going to be referencing as well. This is the Rebecca Campbell Work Your Light Oracle deck.
And they look so pretty.
They're the art
with those little tiny with the gold and stuff.
Danielle Noel, she is amazing. I think she's actually the artist in 3 of the decks we're using today. And then this Starseed deck, this box is actually uniquely designed, and today I'm going to be using this for the first time to actually also show your viewers how they can, if they're interested in doing and ordering any of these decks for themselves, that is how easy and simple it is. And then we're going to be using the Divine Feminine Oracle deck by Megan Watterson.
Pretty.
Right, all of these are. This one I recommend for anyone and everyone who's beginning their spiritual path.
So when you have no idea, but you'd kind of feel this connection, you can start with this one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and this is all of these different sacred geometry
I saw those
figures.
on your Instagram.
I know, they decorate my page so beautifully. So this is the one that I recommend people to get to start themselves off, and the simplest. And then the last one we're going to use today, thank you, is again this Danielle Noel. This is the Yogi Path deck. These are the 2 that I would recommend the most for anybody who's interested in going deeper into their spirituality, since we all have a little time on our hands to do so, maybe go within a little bit. These are the two basic forms, and this one in particular and this one really, I feel, are created for anyone and everyone to grab and put their hands on. That you don't have to be a reader or even called to read for people.
You don't have to have like all the background information about.
No, and these teach you. They come with books that teach you.
I saw this book, guys. This one, it is so beautiful, and I feel like it's not too thick. Like, you can actually read it, and I have to be so honest, and as you guys know, like, I'm not a big reader. So if I see like a book like this, I give up already. I quit because I see how thick it is.
I know, same.
But because it is so pretty inside, I definitely feel very attracted to read through a book like that.
I've learned how to love myself and put myself first in every single situation, and more or less,
you first have to love yourself before you can love others the most, and that's the respect that you get back from people as well. People's
and energies, things, you know, the spirit of money, the spirit of career, the spirit of any of your passions, any of them. Do you mind sending these back over?
Of course.
Yeah. And so I am first and foremost a dance artist. And
oh yeah, she just posted a video. It was blowing my mind, and it was the day we're supposed to film this video here. But she's like, you know, it's raining, then the sun comes out. It's raining, the sun comes out. I'm like, do your thing, concentrate on your video, and it was worth it. So I eventually put even the link to your YouTube video on your channel, so you should check that out. And the music, the collaboration that she had, was so beautiful.
Yeah, that's Infinity Calling. Lunar Link is my channel. I do general collective readings for that, for Divine Collective, like the wave that I'm kind of on. There's like massive amount of people on the same wave. And what we're going through right now in the world, this is like a really good time to go within. And what I'm being guided to do today is kind of introduce what I do. And you might see me itching my nose, and that's kind of like spirit, like working and like sending me, like there's different things that you experience as you're awakening, as people like to say. And I don't really like to abuse the word woke, like it's been abused, and I'm not trying to do that. So let's start. I introduced the decks. Let's start with a breath technique that's going to help everyone during this time. And this is like, and everything I'm going to introduce to everyone today is going to help with the calm and collectedness and getting you centered and grounded in this time, and like kind of shutting everything else out and turning your light on inside.
Turn your phones off right now. Just concentrate on this.
Great. This is a 528 hertz tone. And what we're going to do, this card is the prana, and the prana is an energetic field, if you will. You can imagine it as a tube. We are participating. Is per se an energetic tube that kind of connects your aura to the central star. And the central star of the universe, and then through all of your chakras, so it's massive. It's a massive connection. Energy is massive. I can't explain how massive it is. It's unimaginable how massive it is. It runs through your chakras all the way down to Mother Earth's core crystal. We reference Gaia, and we might even see the Gaia card come up in this reading, but it is controlled. You control your energy with breath along with that. So what I'm going to ask is that visualize all of your chakras, and those are crown, third eye, throat, heart. You also have a cosmic heart too, Starseeds. So there's a few kind of hearts in there. And solar plexus, sacral, and root. And you want to fill your lungs all the way up that you can't anymore, and hold that for a few breaths. And I'm gonna try to do it with you, but I'm gonna also be guiding you.
Yeah.
And then you're going to release it, and then you want to kind of push it all the way through your root chakra. So you don't want to like stop the release of that breath. We'll do that a couple times with this tone. And also with this tone, it goes on forever and ever.
Do you have to sit? Do you have to stand? What's
Either
like,
way, just be comfortable.
Okay.
Yeah. And you want to have an aligned spine though.
Okay.
And this is something everyone can practice at home at any time. I recommend not watching the news as often as you can. But if you are going to be watching the news, or you're dealing with like kids like going crazy at home, just even locking yourself in the bathroom for 5 minutes and doing this breath work.
Yeah, it can help sometimes. Just like channels off, reset, and then like.
And you can find it in your breath when you're kind of getting like trying to talk, and then you're like, nah, I could actually like get a little bit more grounded right now. So that's what we're gonna do. So go ahead and release and exhale, and draw from the base your belly out. Filling your lungs all the way to the top, so you can't anymore. And release. All the way through the root chakra. Holding it out. Drawing back in up. So you can't anymore. And release slowly. And relax into a regular breath. I love practicing this. This was like super affordable. It's for like $14.95. I'm gonna do it once for your ear. It's a healing and love frequency. And I'm just gonna show you how long it rings. And that was just one tap of the mallet, and it wasn't even like a hard strike.
Wow. It's still, you guys can't hear it, but I can. I would probably sit all night long sleeping right then.
But also, anybody at home, you can always channel sage energy. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of the breath work again. Drawing it from the breath out, drawing from the root. Yes, I'm done with it.
Yeah, okay.
So, what is a starseed? Starseeds are highly intelligent beings that come from far-flung corners of the universe. They are advanced souls that have a wisdom humans cannot comprehend. Starseeds are not aware of their true identities, but have come here to help mankind evolve to the next level of higher consciousness. They will not know their mission. They will not know about their mission until the moment of their awakening, which is a kind of a switch in their brains that makes them immediately remember why they are here. For me, that's walking a spiritual path and expressing that through art, you know, film, video, dance, anything, yeah. And I'm sure for you, it has to do a lot with speaking to women and beauty and makeup and all those things. Each one of these awakenings is different and can range from quiet and serene to abrupt and intense.
Sometimes it builds up and it's like a slow guiding, but sometimes like, that's my calling.
Yeah, yes. And the awakening is like also inner work, shadow work, and sometimes it's like little tweaks here and there you have to make for yourself, and then other times it's like whoosh, whoosh, wake up.
Yeah.
You know, like ah, and, you know, and you're like, am I alone? You know, those kinds of moments where you're like asking yourself, do I belong here? I don't affiliate with everybody else. I'm so different. Things like that. So that's kind of the things of a starseed. Starseeds are typically empathic and intuitive and have a fascination with science and astronomy. And then they are naturally drawn to subjects that include the universe, space exploration, and they believe passionately in life on other planets. 30 questions that you can answer. So go ahead and like read a couple of them if you want.
I just pick one now. Large gatherings of crowds bother you and make you feel trapped. That's actually something I don't feel. I love to be into a crowd of people because like people inspire me so much. But what I, for example, felt very connected to was you have always felt that you don't belong here.
Yeah, yes, that's number one. Number two here is you have a fascination with images of Earth. Here, number 12, you always see the bigger picture, hints to what's going on right now in the world, okay? You feel trapped in your physical body and feel as if it is holding you back. Pick a couple more. Maybe this one too.
Animals are drawn to you and you understand them intuitively.
Aww.
I was always into like, I always had animals and I felt like they really understand me.
Oh, so cute.
Some people, they laugh at me, but like that's probably not Starseed.
No, it's not. And a lot of Starseeds, not all of us, but a lot of us, we're not, we're vegetarian or plant-based or
I'm
vegan.
not, I'm sorry.
No. And I do eat some chicken, and some fish sometimes, just to keep my protein. But
moderate, you know,
right.
like no mass, like forcing to eat meat and like, especially if you have the chance, please pick your meat like from farmers and not like mass stuff that you get super
factory.
cheap in
oh my god, no.
super cheap store. Like, I would definitely not support stuff like that.
Great, yes. Please be mindful when you're grocery shopping. One more I want to say is even at it, because this resonates with me, like hella crazy. Even at a young age, you were questioning rules. And regulations. It may have been a rebellious teenager. I hear my mother like, yes you are! Okay, so
it's more like when I was like younger, like 5-6 years, somebody was like saw me already like having this cup, right? And I saw it and like, don't throw the cup, and I'm like
right? Like, I will do as I please. Thank you.
Okay.
So yes, and then the groups that I am aware of, that and all of the stuff that I'm bringing up, you guys, you can find online, readily available. I didn't make this stuff up. So we have Starseed groups. Benevolent and malevolent are different intellectual species in the universe. And just like we have benevolent and malevolent humans, there are those species out there as well. And so you can choose, you know, just like you can choose for yourself if you want to, you know, live a more positive life or live a more negative life. It's totally up to you. It's your free will. And so you have both of those out in the universe. And so these are the ones I'm going to list are benevolent, and those are of the light. More stars. These are starseeds. So we have Lyrian. Maybe we'll write a list of these in the description box.
Yes. Yeah.
Syrian. I resonate with Pleiadian. Lyrian, Syrian, Pleiadian, Lemurian, and then Andromedan. And these are the benevolent beings that have, I'm going to introduce the word reincarnation here because that's technically what a starseed is being reincarnated here on Earth from your intelligent civilization that you came from. And I came from the Pleiades system. I resonate most with that. And during the awakening process, what you will start to do is you'll start to remember your past lives. You'll start to remember also parallel lives as well.
That's another thing that I always have been interested in, like, did I live a life before? And I'm like, everything, sometimes I feel so, I'm not feeling insecure. Some things I'm just like, I have so much trust in everything that I'm like, I must have been here before, that I'm already like knowing.
You know what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's great. And it's so easy to follow along. And then each card has its own definition. And sometimes depending on what deck has like its own little like Starseed Soul Inquiry.
How many
Ask your question.
times you can do that? Because I probably like people that start doing this and they're not really spiritually connected with themselves yet. They try like, okay, I didn't like those cards. Like, let me do another one and another one.
Exactly.
Like, when is enough enough?
Exactly. Okay, so yes, that's a great question. Everything is balanced, just like how much chocolate are you going to eat, okay? These cards do not make your decisions for you.
Mm-hmm.
They lay out opportunities, they lay out insight, they also lay out blockages,
That's good.
contrast, and the things that you need to recognize within yourself and within your soul in order to get you to where you want to go.
That's basically up on you if you want to take those opportunities.
Yes.
It's basically a clarifying reading.
Yes, yes. And so for me, it's when a deck is like, hey, I might have a message for you that might help you with this situation, and then I'll do it. But daily reading for myself, no, that's becoming too reliant on this. And then also if you put a scary card down, first of all, you start realizing there is nothing scary, it's just all existence.
Yeah.
And then fear becomes just fear.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything to you anymore.
It's like basically a reality card.
Yeah.
And then you can work from there to make it better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it kind of gives you that guidance, especially these yogi deck cards, you guys. That is exactly what that's for. And these are to show you how nothing's scary, nothing's dark, and how you can be like, oh, that's always been a problem, or oh, that's always been something calling to me, you know, and that'll help you. This nose thing, I'm sorry, I have lots of itching going on. Spirit works with readers in all kinds of different ways. So what I'm going to do is I cleared the decks earlier, the crystals are here, and also got this going. All outside interferences are blocked, removed, revoked, and cleared. And cleared. And so it is, thank you. My higher self. divine source. And my light family. Can we please have a message today for this 5-card spread, the Star Origin spread for the, what is your channel?
Anna Russo.
It's just the title of the channel?
Yeah.
The Anna Russo channel viewers, this Divine Collective reading. Can we please have 5 cards? So then you want to cut the deck in half, and then draw off the top. So we're going to pull 5 cards. Oh, we have I Remember. And next we have, so I'm showing you guys how to do this to follow along. Is You Are Not Alone.
Oh, that's
right?
That's beautiful.
Especially during this time. All right, and then for number 3, we have Earth Pulsing.
Wow.
Look what it says. Can you read it for your viewers?
Earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature. Yeah, that's the truth.
Right now, yeah. And I also read it as time out too, like, duh.
Yeah.
Right now,
I'm not sure
right?
what time like you're watching this video, if it's in 1 year.
Right. Earth Pulsing is number 3. 4, Star Bathing. And then 5, we have Earth School. And we'll go over all of those as well. And so that's what this box is for, to actually hold them like that. So the first position is Soul Gift, what you came here to express and share with the world. 2 is the Karmic Wound position, what you came here to heal. And 3 is the Life Lesson position, what you came here to learn. 4 is the current obstacle, that's the thing challenging you the most, that position. And the 5th position is Soul Calling, what your soul is calling you towards. All right, great. So as we're being, inside of our homes right now, and like we might be facing some things about ourselves that we don't necessarily like. So it's not a bad thing, it's a beautiful thing, and embrace that. And these cards in this reading, it's going to probably be helpful towards that. So remember that little tiny voice inside. In this book yesterday, it reminded me that you have a loud voice, and that's the ego, and a little voice, and that's the spirit.
And especially in the time when you are confronted with yourself, you cannot just shift problems and things away. Like you can right here in this moment, and you can, but it's easier when you're distracted and you have the possibility to go outside.
We're not distracted.
No.
We can connect with Mother Earth, and that's the best way to keep yourself distracted right now and grounded. But also going within, being like, okay, I never really liked this about myself. How do I change it?
Yeah.
How do I change it? I recommend.
Cool. I need to get into this book.
Yes, you do. Okay, and then you are not alone, so please remember this, everyone who needs, Anna's going to do this nice little tie-in of these cards, so you can feel free to screenshot them and study them. What I love about cards also, the artwork in them, they give you an activation. They give you a little bit of like,
it stimulates your brain when you look at it.
Exactly. 3 life lesson, what you came here to learn. So this is our 3rd position. Mother Earth, pulse of Mother Earth, slow down time in nature. So let's go ahead and read this one. And that's what I was just saying, like sorting through the things that we may not like, remembering that you are connected to a higher source, your higher self, and Mother Earth is always going to be there for you. And I know on my story today, I even posted like a lot of spiritual light workers or spiritual empathic psychics or whomever were saying that like Mother Earth is kind of cleaning herself up right now because everyone's indoors. Humanity is like not polluting her. So let's go and see what this card's about. Mysterious pulse is woven through all of life. The planet itself has a rhythm. You can see it in the seasons and the tides. In our world of artificial lighting, long working hours, and modern conveniences, it's easy for us to feel stuck and off kilter. It's time to reconnect with nature and surrender to the pulse of the earth. Earth is pulsing is my favorite tool for surrendering to the rhythmic pulse of the Mother Earth and entire universe. Download an earth pulsing meditation at www.earth. So we'll put that in the description box. Today many of us are disconnected. So this is new for me too. Today many of us are disconnected from the land beneath us. Somewhere along the way a severing happened. A moment when it became too painful to stay connected. We feel unsupported and as if we don't belong. We look to other people and the external world to fill the void of connection, holding, and belonging once given to us by the earth. We were talking about that earlier. We were like looking for approval outside of ourselves. Clutching, conquering, longing for others to receive us fully, as the mother once did, forgetting that she's still here, waiting for us to remember and activate the part of us that longs to receive her embrace. And this doesn't have to necessarily mean outdoors in sunshine. I recommend it right now, yes, but this can be anything, nature, arranging flowers for your house, literally anything, taking a bath with rose petals, literally anything that is Mother Nature related, you can bring that indoors and do that at home. Weaving, yarn, anything, right? Being creative, artistic, painting, pastels,
anything that inspires you and that's good for your soul.
Yes. When you consciously connect with the earth, a veil is lifted and she opens up and receives you more fully. You're able to drink from her from her sweet waters and release what no longer serves you. Stagnant energy falls away and you become connected to all things on the planet. It's a beautiful message right now, you guys. Place this card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. And I surrender to the pulse of the mother. May my heart beat in unison with her. Nice. All right, and then For the fourth position, we have star bathing, light body, crystal grid transmission activation. Whoop whoop! Going within, you guys. Going within. Beautiful. Let's read. The stars are constantly showering.
Emanation.
Okay, thank you.
I'm a foreigner.
Do you know my language, or do I know your language? Wait, do you know my language better than me? I think you do.
I just learned English on MTV Cribs.
High five, girlfriend. And you know it better than me. Wow, that has a lot to say. All right, here we go. Onto the crystalline grid of the Earth. When things are in balance, the planet also sends information back up to the stars. Many starseeds have come to Earth at this time to help shift the planet vibrationally, to activate the ancient codes of wisdom that humanity has forgotten, and apparently forgotten some words. And all of the information is stored in the crystalline grid, and that's the core crystal I was talking about of Gaia. It's like when you want to think of like Mother Earth, instead of thinking like this big global planet, you can be more simple and just think of like her core. If you pull this card, you may be being called to working. That's a weird way to say it. With the stars and the crystalline grid of the Earth. Some people believe that the crystalline grid of the Earth anchors divine cosmic frequencies onto the planet. You may be guided to journey to particular places on Earth to unlock these cosmic codes with your presence. You may also be interested in a practice called star bathing. Download a star bathing meditation. Again, I didn't know. We'll put that down below. This card commonly arises because you're here to connect with the crystalline grid of the Earth, either in your hometown right now, to help these energies just like lighten. Like I'm asking like creators and artists to create with love, running everything through the heart space right now. You know, not like frustration and sadness. Like leave that out the door, you guys, please, as much as you can. I know it's difficult. It really is. Star bathing. I'm actually not quite even sure what star bathing is myself. Let's see, light body, crystal grid transmission activation. So I think star bathing is more or less like, you know, getting a set of cards or just doing inner work, inner soul work. Let's see. This card commonly arises because you're here to connect with the crystal grid of Earth, either in your hometown or by traveling to other places without quite knowing why. It can also mean that your light body, the energy body in its highest form, like we were saying, the higher self, is being activated. If this resonates, take things extra slow in order to integrate this change of vibration. The Starseed activation little portion on the bottom here says, place the card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. I open myself up to receiving the wisdom of the crystalline grid beneath me. May the stars and the earth inform and heal me. And as they do, may it heal the earth too. That's so beautiful.
I open myself up to receive the wisdom of the crystalline grid beneath me. May the stars and the earth inform and heal me. And as they do, may it heal the earth too.
Just makes you want to smile. Grid. And this grid, I know what the grid means. I'm not going to get into that here, but that basically means what we call something like a light tribe or star tribe, and I feel like very much like that is kind of what's going on with us, you and I here. We're like, you know, if you will, soul sisters. It's kind of like that feeling of that. And so the grid is like you connecting and networking with other like-minded people. Then they may not be next door to you. They might be in Africa, or they might be in England. All right. And so the last position we have is Earth School, Life Lessons, Soul Growth, Study Higher Learning. So that's what this Starseed intro to Starseed reading is about, is really going within and like remembering who you are, where you came from, and what you're doing here. Just really resonating with what I'm saying or not resonating with what I'm saying. We did change the positioning on this spread just so everybody could see everything. But that's really tying everything up. Is like, you know, these cards can introduce you to higher learning. Especially the ones I suggested at the beginning of the video, online, and you know, even YouTube videos. There's a channel called Spirit Science. We'll go ahead and attach that down here too. That's super helpful.
Nice.
On like the history of the world and tying all the like energies and all of that together. Like this whole idea of we are all one in one big giant picture. So this card is really tying together this whole reading here, being in the last position. And let's see, the last position was in particular drawing attention to. And the thing that's challenging us the most right now, it's saying, is actually, my gosh, let's just do this right now, is actually the star bathing. So the transmission and actually like, and actually investing the time into yourself right now, actually finally saying no more of this and yes more of this, for what is better for your soul, taking care of your soul. That's really the struggle here, and what we need to release and let go of in order to really feel the earth pulsating, remembering who we are, knowing that you're not alone, trusting that you're not alone, and going in deep to your mission, what you came here for. Beautiful reading, Starseeds, and those of you that are resonating.
So positive and so like back to the roots.
Yeah, thank you. Yes. I do offer true purpose readings on my channel. Well, my channel I actually offer divine collective readings. Those are that are on like the same wavelength as Spirit wants me to read for, which usually resonates with my journey. Just introducing like how vast and it's introducing that to people who like kind of maybe feel alone sometimes. That my channel is for Starseeds and Lightworkers in particular, but I also do dance art, expressing these. I use the cards in my dance. Once all this is passed over, I'm going to start hosting dance classes that are for anyone to do that can find their higher self through dance.
That's a good idea.
Or heightening their spiritual path with dance and including the
because
practice.
I'm pretty sure there's people, they are interested in those type of readings, but they don't want to have a reading because it's like a title on it.
Yeah, you don't have to feel that way.
But somebody that's like very attracted to dance, and they can still find their like direction to the spiritual stuff. They find it more through dance than just like by sitting there meditating, for example. Like everybody has their own way.
And it's a balance. I'm not saying that we don't do yoga, but I think it's also to go from here to also here is a very beautiful balance, and you have to have both. I mean, I just don't see how this works solely how it just works, and I think that's what I'm kind of mission here to do, right? To be like, yes, your spiritual practice needs dance. But this card, we're going to clarify with using these decks, and this is the prana tube. This is the what we started at the beginning of this video with.